Yes. Good. We are good. We are on. Welcome. Karibuni, Pastor Armando, Lynn Munyi na kuona. Karibu sana. This is so
Asante.
good. I am so honored to have you guys tonight. And
Thank you.
yeah, I don't know. Yes, and tonight we are going to debate on Mpango wa Kando, the side chicks.
Mhm.
Yeah, we are going to debate on that one so that when people are trying to engage, they already know
Yeah.
they're putting themselves into what would happen, what is happening, what can happen, what has
Yeah.
happened before. So I want us to just engage in that topic tonight. And my name is Jockey. I'm the host, and Pastor Armando. I don't know where you pastor. It would be nice you tell people where you pastor so they can come to your church. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So
Yes.
good morning, everyone.
Yes. Good
Morning.
morning.
As you've heard, I'm Armando Silas. I'm born again. I love God so much.
Amen.
I worship at Deliverance Church Ngong. That is in
Uh-huh.
Kajiado County,
Oh.
outskirts of Nairobi.
I'm from Gong.
Yes.
Yes, that's my church now. I own it.
Ah, welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Wow, good to know. We shall visit one of these days for sure.
Yeah, sure. Welcome.
Mhm.
Yes. And Lynn, what about you? Where do you come from? What's going on? Are you a pastor?
Unfortunately, I'm not a pastor,
Uh-huh.
but I'm in praise and worship.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm a teacher by profession.
Uh-huh.
I'm also a counselor.
Uh-huh.
I head an organization that is known as Teens Beyond Obstacles,
Mm-hmm.
so teen mentorship.
Oh,
I'm
that's good.
also a wife
Mm-hmm.
and a mother
Oh,
to
perfect.
two wonderful boys.
Oh, perfect. That is good. Oh, let me say something a little bit about myself. I'm a wife of
Okay.
a very good husband. My husband's name is Duati. I'm a mother of
Mhm.
3, and we have two more children that are somewhere else. And
Wow.
actually 3. I'm a mother of 6 to be
Wow.
precise.
Ah,
6. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and I have a grandchild, and I am
Mhm.
soon
yes.
going to be a grandmother. And
Wow.
Wow. I think I also need to introduce that part of me. I think I'm not saying that part.
I
Yeah,
know.
I've realized munangara sana. So I'm also husband
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
husband of one beautiful wife by the name
Uh-huh.
Terry,
One wife, you
and
said.
one wife and na ni mwan- na ni kiumbe cha kike.
Uh-huh. Perfect.
Yeah, I'm married to a woman, not a man.
Okay. Perfect. Amen.
Ah,
Amen.
and then where I come from, we don't count kids because
Yes,
kids are many. So we just say we have kids.
that's right. That's right.
But we thank God.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Amen.
Yeah, I thank God. I'm also born again, and I love God with all my heart. So I cannot
Amen.
complain. I've been born again for a while, but I'm still a sinner. But I cleanse myself
Every
every,
day.
every single second.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mm.
So anyway, tonight, before I even go further, I want to thank Mr. Oshodo. That is my manager. So I want to say thank you, Mr. Oshodo. My pastor of this Motambo, I'm going to say thank you, Pastor Nech. He's the pastor praying behind this show tonight and every night. And I want to say thank you to my fans. Thank you to the viewers that are going to view this program. Thank you for those that have been viewing. Thank you for those that are viewing now. And I want to say that I'm grateful that you guys now are part of it. So tonight we are going to talk about the side chicks. Yes. Oh, I forgot to say thank you to my sister from Logai that is always very supportive. Yes. Yeah, and my husband, of course, he's always there to support me and give me time and make sure that I go live and everything is clear and well. So I can't forget to say thank you to those people. So before I even go further, let me explain to people what we are trying to say here. We are trying to Gema Alice, I see you. Karibu sana. Gema is from Dubai. And I see her. Karibu sana, karibu sana. Abia watu wakuja wasikie mambo ya side chicks. Yes. In here, and where they can share with others what they heard or what they could happen, what has happened, and what could take place once you are the side chick. So tonight we are going to talk about the side chicks. I saw President Uhuru signing something called that mpango wa kando hawezi pata inheritance from the husband, and they are not going to be recognized. You know, before it used to be a man would have different girlfriends all over, and they would promise this girlfriend, you don't worry, as long as even if you're not in the certificate of marriage, you are still my wife. And sometimes this husband would take these wives to their household and to their families and introduce them, and they would be accepted as a co-wife or a traditional wife and something like that. So these side chicks, while they are engaging in the business now, that Uhuru signed this document that they will not be regarded as anyone, so they cannot vile naona wanaume wanakufa left, right, and center, and then all these women emerge from nowhere, and they come and say, oh, we had, he was my husband, we even went home, he gave these goats. So what is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen now that he signed that document? What difference does it make? Because, and this question, I don't know who want to answer first. Maybe Pastor, you can answer, and then Lynn can answer. What will happen? Because before he gave permission for men to marry as many wives as they can, but now he is signing. Don't you think it's contradicting for him to say that the wife is not going to, this mpango wa kando is not going to get the inheritance, yet the kid can inherit the wealth of the husband in the event he passes away? What is the difference?
I think from my understanding, I'm looking at it that in this particular juncture, he was trying to bring about the aspect of the dependence. Those who are dependent to the man. And strictly according to the new bill, the dependents are of course the wife, the legal wife, that's one wife, and then the children of the legal wife. Then he has gone they have gone ahead extending and saying that they also include in the dependents the parents, both the in-laws, the mother and father-in-law, and also the parent of the husband, and also the siblings. And they've gone to that extent and bringing in now the kids of the mpango wa kando, because I think they're looking at it that these children are dependent to this particular man. But the mpango wa kando, that she's not dependent because she's a mpango. Because when you look at the bill, it says that unless there's an evidence that proves that this lady has been staying with the man for at least 2 years, and there's an evidence to prove that actually they were staying. And you see, there before, see, the other bill was stating that you can be legally a wife if you have stayed with a man and you have the proof to show. So I'm looking at it that he's bringing that aspect, that where ladies don't just appear from nowhere and say, this is my husband, we had kids, and I need him to support me. And you realize most of these cases, they only come when the man has died. Before then, the mpango wa kando is not, the mpango wa kando is not in the picture. Yeah, she's not even invited. So meaning that even the man is not proud of this mpango wa kando. And that's why the man has not introduced the mpango wa kando to the family, and also making it legally accepted. Yeah, so that is my understanding. And I'm looking at it, at least we are going to bring some order even in our burials, because hii mambo yenye mtu anaamuka tu na kutokelezea, I think it has been bringing a lot of pain and also shame and stress in the family. When people are mourning, instead ya kuzika alienda, there's a lot of stress and pain and also some shame. So see, there's going to be some decorum in that particular moment of mourning.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, may I ask you a question? Okay, when the president signed the document that this man they must prove that they have lived together for 2 years.
Yes.
did that specify that the time? Is it consecutive 2 years, or it can be okay, anakujanga kwangu, anakaa weekend, alafu anaenda kwa bibi? Did that specify? Because kuna mpango wa kado atakuja anasema kama, let's say, I'm sorry to say, let's say for example Kalen Nyamu vile anapiganga pisha zake na Samido kwa nini wakipatana, and then she takes pictures, and then the following day she's in a different outfit, and then the following day they are gone somewhere. Are these type of proofs that okay, he came several times and we were together, look here? Because sometimes these husbands, sometimes they are gone far away for work, and when they are gone far away for work, that leaves the wife to be without a husband for like maybe 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, and maybe saa hiyo ako na mpango wa kado. Does that qualify the mpango wa kado ati anaweza kusema this time? Because mpango wa kado, they are very clever, they will take pictures with these men in different places, and this is the so did he specify, or how does that go?
When I was looking at the bill, there was not that particular specification. Like it is open, and I think that can bring a lot of debate afterwards. But I was looking or imagining that when the president was saying that you need to prove that you have been a wife to this, or you have been stayed with this man for 2 years, my understanding was, I think it's something that should be consistent. But it's up to debate. That one can bring a lot of debate, and it requires good lawyers so that you can be able to bring out the clarity of the matter.
Yeah, because that's debatable. Because okay, I know some men, technically, some for real, they go for months and weeks without coming home, and genuinely they are working. There are some who are always on vacation. I am going for there's this business I'm doing in Mombasa, and I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks. There's this business I'm doing in Dubai, and I'll be gone for 3 months. At the same time, at that time, they are with the mpango wa kando, so they also can prove that in these 2 years, this is the time we spent with this husband. How does that differentiate? That is gonna be a problem. What do you think, Aline?
For me, I tend to think that when you talk about consecutive 2 years, you see, like the way the Somalis do, you're married and you have several wives. Like them, they have up to, I guess, 4 wives. So the husband goes to each family. So each wife has their own different houses, but the husband always has to go and see the kids. But you see, within 2 years, you have to have children to show for it, not just a one night stand. You get, So of course it's debatable, because how do you give evidence? Do you give evidence in form of photographs? You see, that one we cannot rely on that one. So it has to be legal. It has to be legal, and that's why there was the earlier debated bill that was saying that for that mpango wa kando, or a man can be able to marry several wives, but there are even customary law that we can say that you've been together since you went to see wazazi wangu. It's been 2 years now. You get now. I think that is a proper evidence than just some Instagram photos. We can't rely on those ones. That's my take.
At the same time, the way I feel, because nowadays the way I have seen families and different homes operate is because, like, let's say a man ni mtu ameomoka, si ndio? So every family, hata hii family ya mpango wa kado, they are not, nowadays these are, I'm sorry to say that this is kind of it's sad, kind of, because in these days it is not like the old days that I know my mother would tell me, hey, if she see me with somebody's husband, she would probably I would not even dare tell my mother somebody's husband, that I'm with somebody's husband and I'm dating somebody's husband or somebody's boyfriend. She would actually not, she would not comment, she would not even support me in that area. She would They are likely tell me this is wrong. I don't want to see you. You are dead in this marriage. I don't want it. She would really tell you the truth. But now most families are supporting. If you know your daughter is dating to a meomoka na akona bibi, you're not concerned whether your daughter engages in such a man. You're not even worried as long as anakuletea kitu, as long as anakufanyia shopping. Huyu mtu amekununulia nyumba as a mother-in-law ya kuentice na kujipendelea. Hawezi kujipendelea, hawezi kukuambia the truth. Anakuambia okay, sawa, they welcome you in their home and they don't care if you're married or not. These are not the old days, I'm sorry to say, even for the Christians, for the people that are born again. I have seen it happen. Mamas, they don't care their kids or their girls are bringing somebody's husband home and they are not telling them this is not right. So when that happens, how is that gonna how is it gonna be possible even for a man? Even because we said that sometimes the kids might be approved that okay, he was here, he was with the family. What about if the woman doesn't have kids? What about if the mpango wa kando pia hana watoto lakini they could be having kids from different marriages? What happens when these mpango wa kando wanaleta hao wazee nyumbani and they are approved by the family still? I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know how this is gonna be different from what has always been. So I really don't understand what this is. I don't know how it's gonna look like. So my biggest concern, and this is what I'm thinking. Do you, Mr. Armando?
Yes.
Pastor, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
No problem.
Pastor Armando, don't you think there'll be too many deaths happening, especially to our men or even our women? The mpango wa kando kutakuwa na vifo mob sana because huyu bwana now the side chicks that have always been side chicks wamekuwa akiambiwa wewe usijali, even if you're not in the marriage certificate, you're my second wife. Na because of that law that was signed before, bwana anaweza kupata bibi 10. They are not worried about that. Wanajua as long as analipa nyumba, as long as ananunulia gari, as long as ameninunulia nyumba mahali, sina shida, because at the end of the day akikufa mimi naenda kotini nikisema mimi ni bibi yake. Sasa hawa mpango wa kando, now they are going to emerge and tell you, Pastor Armando, now there have been a side chick and there is no law, and probably they don't even have a kid with a side chick. The Lord does not allow me to claim anything from you, and we have been dating for 5 years. Now I want you, Miss Pastor Armando, to go and tell your wife that I exist, with a knife or a gun on your neck. What, don't you see that happening, or what do you think about that?
I think one, I will start by saying, of course, from my where I sit or in my position, of course, I don't support mpango wa kando kabisa, because biblically it is wrong. We are all called to one wife and to one husband.
Yes.
But now, according now to the question that you have asked me, I'm looking at it in this particular aspect, that we want to bring the decency in the society. We want to go back to our morals and values, because one of the things is that our society is rotten. We no longer have values and morals that guide the relationship, that guides the family, that guides the society.
Yes.
And at this particular aspect, remember, the other law is still intact, because it is about marriage, whereby if this person can prove that actually I'm the second wife or I'm the third wife, has some documentation, and I'm looking at it that if she has gone to court and they have registered from the AG's desk and the lady is officially married, see, that's okay according to the Kenyan laws. See, just like Lynn talked about, see, the Muslim culture where they are allowed to 2 to 3 wives or 4 wives. But in this particular aspect, I'm looking at it now that we want that particular idea that actually ladies who are watching right now, and you are there and you are interested to a man who is married, you need to be very, very careful. Because if it is not a legal relationship, if you have not been taken home in the traditional aspect or in the legal where you have been given the certificate by the Attorney General to prove that you are the married to that particular man, then you are not a wife. So when specifically when the idea talks about mpango wa kando, it means that this one, in English we say the side chick, hayuko pahali. This lady is not recognized by anyone. But this particular law today will safeguard the kids, because these children, they need to be supported. And now that their father is gone, what happens? Whatever the father had left, let it be shared to this particular kid, so that at least the kids should not suffer. Because we know children are from God, so we should, and they're innocent. They never chose that I want to be born by a mpango wa kando mother. For them, they're innocent. So when we look at this particular bill, we are protecting the kids, that actually let the kids get their support, let them get the right position in the society, let them be accepted. The bastard kids are Turkey.
That's right.
So that at least the kid may be able to say, I had a father and my father died, and my father was so and so, and actually I'm recognized, and even if my father died, I'm still supported by the wealth that my father left. So at that particular junction, you find that the kids are secured, the kids are protected. But now when it comes to the mpango wa kando, you realize that this mpango wa kando, maybe she's a mpango wa kando, not just one man. She's a mpango wa kando to so many men. So the law does not want that this lady to benefit from 5 men. The law is clear that if actually you are legally married, let you benefit. But if you are not legally married to this man, why should you benefit from him? That's my take.
That's right. Okay, the other thing, do you think there is a law that says, because some men, knowing they have mpango wa kando and seeing what has happened to hata yule mtu aliwekwa kwa sinkhole, so some men, knowing there is such things that can happen with the mpango wa kando, watawapangia nini, and they have written a will for just their immediate family, the watoto wa huyu mama, the first wife, ndio tu wana benefit. Do you think there is a law that says, there is a clause that says it does not matter whether a man likes the will or not? Kuna yule mwanaume anasema, bora nimeandika will, hakuna mtu atawasubua. Lakini if there is no such a will, hawa wamezaliwa huku kwingine watakuja waseme, even me, I want a share of my property. Is there
I think you realize that, of course, a will or a wish of a dead man must be respected and looked at keenly. And if this man who has died has written a will, and in the will he has included the mpango wa kando, he has said that besides my wife and children, I have another woman, or I have another wife by this particular name, and she has this number of kids, then that means that according to my understanding, the will be followed, and the kids and the mpango wa kando will also benefit because she has been included in the will. But in the aspect that the man has only written a will and only included his nuclear family, then this bill will come to place and apply that yes, you have written a will that includes only the nuclear family, but we have looked with no doubt that actually you have kids outside there. And according to the law of Kenya, is that a kid who has been seared by you need to benefit from your wealth. So I think that this law will apply, and the kids will have an opportunity, because you realize that the law guides us. It's the law that guides everything. So at the end, the kids will benefit. So you look at it that this particular bill will be of help to those kids that have not been included in the will. It will really be of help to them, because the law will be followed, that actually these have been proven without doubt that this is your son or this is your daughter. So she or he will be included in the will, and you'll be able to benefit from whatever the father had left for the others.
Yes. Okay, thank you. That is good input. Yes. Lynn, what do you think about men now? I see men dying right, left, and center because these side chicks, if you deny them rights that you want to recognize them, they have always been hidden as long as wanakulia hapa na pale, lakini hii law imekuja, now it's clear that you cannot benefit, and now they are shoving the knife on the on the throat of a man and telling them, now you have to make a stand. It's either me or your wife, because you have always lied that huyo bibi yangu sijisikiangi na yeye hata vile unuka yeye, you know, because men always say something weird to the side chicks, and then too bad the side chick believe that, and then you see them on a vacation trip in a year or so, or in few months. I mean, what do you think that is going to happen to these men? Don't you think there is going to be a lot of men dying from just nowhere?
It's so sad, Njoki, because you see now people the pastor is saying, it's so sad that nowadays values are not there anymore. And that's why you find even on social media, wanawake you know, like they give each other morale, lakini ufai kuzalia, you know, they say women's conference, ufai kuzalia sponsor. So huyu mpango kando doesn't necessarily have to be like wasichana hata si ati wanataka ndio waolewe, you see, it's just for that security, financial gain that they go for. And for that reason, for you to see a girl or a lady who's insisting like lazima you choose between the wife or me, those are things that wanakatazana huko kwa hizo women conference. So you find that ako pale tu apate pesa. Now the only security hii unaona ya kwamba sasa na insist you must you know, like make me official, because anajua pesa, maybe if the man has a lot of money, but now the sad part is coming, some of that money that this man has is not his sole money, wametafuta na bibi yake. That is one thing wanasahau hapo, you get and this man will not and this man will not say like you see now I am going to forget this wife, because the wife is a partaker kabisa of that particular car, because tumetafuta na wewe, maybe when I got you had nothing, so tumetafuta na wewe, huyu mtu anatoka wapi this particular time. And that's why you're seeing now the murders, now they are coming in, because now the girl is getting desperate, ako na watoto hapa, atafanya nini. So it's a possibility, but we won't say that it's the sole cause of this particular murders. But I think even men need to be very careful at this particular point because of this law. You go legitimate. If you love that girl out there, okay, go and make it legitimate. There are also families. Go see the parents. Even if it's going to the AG, just do it and formalize, so that tuache hii maneno ya, you know, human life is precious. You don't just human life because of some few dollars, you get so I think even we need to really educate our young girls, even as they go out there, they know what they are really getting themselves into. It could really cost.
That's right. That's a good point. But I have a question for Pastor Armando. Just out of curiosity, I have always been curious, and since I'm not so affiliated to you, you are, you know, it's better if it's coming from you, because if you're my best friend, then people would wonder, hey, have they talked before on the side? We have not discussed this before. But I'm very curious. Why do men always find it better that when they get some cash, and they have always been with the first wife for so many years, they started with nothing, they struggled, they ate nothing, now wameomoka, Mungu amewabariki, and then a man starts fighting, looking for a side chick. Why I don't know. I know you're not in that position, but coming from a man perspective, a male perspective, could you tell us why they do that?
Wow, that's a.
And then the first wife becomes the enemy.
It's a tricky question, but I'm looking at it that we are living in a world full of evil. You find that even when Jesus was living,
yes.
Jesus was saying that I'm living in a world full of evil, but be strong or find peace because I've already conquered the world for you.
Yes.
So already the society that we are living in is a society that is full of evil. And there's this particular aspect of influence, peer pressure.
Yes.
You know, when we talk about peer pressure, mostly we are looking at it at the aspect of the teenagers or the youths. But peer pressure happens at all particular levels of ages.
Yes.
People between 50 to 60, they have their own age pressure, their own peer pressure. People of 40 to 50 or any age, there's that particular peer pressure. So you'll be able to realize that today I have succeeded in life, I have everything, but I suffered. When I look back where I've come from, I suffered with my wife. We all looked for this property, this particular money. I was traveling or going up and down. And you remember, even if my wife was not working, but she was doing a bigger job because she was giving me peace.
Yes.
My wife was taking care of the children. So she was really supporting. So whatever I get belongs to her, that she has contributed equally to what I've contributed. But now, because of the pressure that is in the world, you realize that this man gets friends, and the friends tell the man that, you know what, after you have garnered such a kind of wealth, it's good now to enjoy yourself.
Yes.
And we have this aspect that we think enjoyment only happens with those who are young, that you look for young ladies for you to enjoy your wealth.
That's right.
But no, you can still enjoy whatever God has given you with that wife of your youth, with that woman who is now at 60 years, who is now at 40 years, at 50 years. That is the right person that you need to enjoy your wealth. So I'm looking at it that people have allowed the society to control them. And as I started, I talk about lack of values and lack of morals. Because you realize in the olden ages, the older men could sit with the young men and talk to them values of the society. That this is how a man should behave. This is how a woman should behave. This is how a wife should behave. But today we have no one who guides us on that. And then we come to the social media. Social media talks about all the fun, all the happiness outside there is about mpango wa kando. So there are those who go there because they don't have a foundation in life. They don't have a standard in life. So it is easy for them to be swayed. Ni kama bendera, anachanganyikiwa kwa haraka, and he goes and enjoys the wealth that he has garnered or the wealth that he has made together with the wife, and that becomes a problem in the society. So I'm looking at it, one of the challenges that peer pressure, whereby we forget and we allow to be controlled. That is the negative peer pressure. And then number two is lack of appreciation. You are not able to appreciate your wife. You don't appreciate this woman that you have stayed with, who have looked well with. And then the other reason I can bring number three, and I want to talk to the young people, is that before you get married, take your good time so that you get the woman that you want to enjoy your life with the rest of your years.
Yes.
No, because I'm looking at this particular aspect. Kuna wale ambao, just because of 1, 2, 3, akaoa ama akaoleka. So at that particular, see, there's that particular challenge that I was forced to marry this lady. I was forced to marry this because she was pregnant of me. But now I want to tell the young people, take your time, wait on the Lord, so that you may get your reap. You may get that particular wife that you are required to have, so that you may enjoy life with her. Because the Bible says the two becomes one. So you are one person. The Bible does not bring the aspect of the third party or the third mpango wa kando. No, the Bible specifically say a man will leave his home, a woman will leave his home, and the two shall become one. So it's upon you as a man, being the head, you are the priest, you are the prophet of that house. Take good direction of your family so that you are not engaging yourself. So encourage people, let's go back to the basic. Let's understand our foundation. Let's understand where we came from and the right thing to do. And the basic is in Jesus.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I never understand this concept of okay, a man comes from nowhere. I mean, from just from way down, from nothing, and then all of a sudden God blesses him with his wife, and they start getting this and that, and before you know it, the lady that was not talking to him when he was down is smile. I mean, I don't understand how men are built that that the same person that never even said hello to you, that you have something, they are coming up to you with a smile all of a sudden. Don't you get that they're only interested with your money? I mean, that one I never understand. Yes. Okay, the next question is to Lynn. Or did you have a comment, Pastor Amardo, with that?
Yeah, I just want to say, that is very true, because actually there's no actually about love. We are, at that particular moment, is all about lust. This lady is interested. You find that a lady of 20 years walking with a man of 60 years, 70 years. It's not about love. This is all about lust. It's because of what this man has. Because I've not seen an old man of 60 who has nothing, and he has a side chick of 20 years. Sijaona. I only meet men when you are meomoka with the side chick. So it means that this lady has been attracted to you because of your wallet,
because of the cash,
because of the good car, because of the title you have in the society.
Yes.
So men need to think and realize that actually they are being used for.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you.
That is true. Okay, thank you very much. This next question is for Lynn, because you are a woman. You said you're married.
Yeah.
For instance, today your husband bring you a second wife. Well, knock on the wood, it's not going to happen just because we are saying it. He starts moving aloud with some lady out there, and you just come to realize there's something like that happening. And before you know it, he's bringing the woman home. And you decide to stay. You decide to stay because you feel like you have invested so much time with this man. You have already wasted a lot of time. You have wasted a lot of resources, and you saw for good or bad or for death, until death do us part. You stay. Do you stay with this man? Will you stay with this man because will you welcome this lady to your home because you love this lady, or it's a no choice? Because I've seen men getting involved with the side chicks, and then they eventually bring them slowly to their home as a second wife. And then all of a sudden I'm not going to say who, all of a sudden I'm seeing pictures all over the place that now these wives are best of friends, cooking together, laughing together, eating together. Do you think that is genuine?
It depends, because for some lady who maybe wants to stick around, you see, it's their own opinion. Maybe they are sticking around, either you will hear some saying they are sticking around for the sake of their children, they are sticking around because they've invested a lot. But for me to start with, from my side, I don't think I would stick around, because there are several other things that you izineza kukujia. For example, you may find that you're getting a disease, you see, you get a disease that will affect when you're not there, then who's going to look after your own children? Then not just the physical disease, or even the STDs. What about my mental well-being? Mental well-being is very, very important, because if you're not in the right state of mind emotionally, you'll not be able to bring up your children. But I wouldn't think that I would be there or even posting and we are very good friends and make it genuine. I don't think that would be genuine from my side because somebody who brings me another person, maybe like I am not enough. This person has disrespected me. They've disrespected the vows we had in church during our wedding. You see, so even as you stick, and we even said you're going to stick up to death. You're not supposed to wait for that death. Emotionally, mental health is going, so already that is death, and that marriage has died. And that's why you find that somebody now may be sticking around for the photos and to show, oh, we are fine. Then the next thing you hear, this person has stabbed the husband, this person has stabbed the co-wife, you see. So I wouldn't think from my side that that would be very genuine. Maybe it's because of either the material gain that they want, or maybe they are also addicted to fame. That's why they are really posting it online and oh, we are together and all that, maybe for the likes, but deep inside I don't think it would be very genuine. Heartbreak is very, very, very painful. So I don't think somebody would be smiling and thinking that it's all well and roses and all that. On my side, I don't think I would smile.
I don't believe the same. That's a very good point. I don't believe the same. Yes, there are some who are genuinely happy and together and they are okay because their wives have entertained and even told the husband, it's okay, you go get me a second person, a second helper. There are those who are genuinely happy. But I feel like I have seen men post on Facebook, post on social media, how they have kept their 2 wives, 3 wives happy, and those wives are eating together. I know there is that Kikuyu saying that says two wives are 2 pots of poison. Yes. And I feel sorry for these men, and I just hope and wish that it will not turn sour, because I don't see good things coming their ways, because hiyo tamaa itawaua.
Njoki, and again, there's this thing that is going around. Akitoka na mimi natoka, tunakutana nyumbani. You see, we may really post and see we are happy, but I give you permission. But on the other hand, ninatoka. You see, So maybe I am misbehaving out there, and that's why tunapatana too, and to try and show that the family is still together. But the wives are going out, the husbands are also going out. But I don't think, for me it would work.
I've seen that happen a lot. I have also heard where these older women now they are engaging. I saw it on YouTube somewhere, where I think it was somewhere in Moranga, where older women are now taking in the younger men to keep them in their household. And why is this happening? Because the men are gone. Men are gone. But to me, the way I see it, because once you're not made of certain material, you can never be that material. If you are morally not, if your morals are disturbing you, you are a morally built person, there is no way you can go out there just because a man is going out there. So the best option for me, if a man starts going out there, is to let him go completely, because I am not going to be whom I'm not because my man is starting to go out there. There is no way I'm going to be a person that I'm not, and I have seen that a lot. You go your way, I go my way. I will never ask you a question. No, that is not a home. It is not a marriage. But I'm also worried about men killing side chicks, because especially if men have money and side chicks don't have money, they don't you think there's gonna be side chicks also being killed because they have become now stubborn, hard-headed? Wamesema lazima unitabue sasa ama utajibu hata sasa watatumiwa wakola. Unaonaje? What do you think about that?
For me, it has actually happened, yeah. You see this, the men or the male gender, when they decide to have a side chick, it's not because they hate either their wives or they hate their families. I think Pastor Almando, maybe he will maybe kutuambia whether that's exactly what happens. But you see, when they are going there, like he said, is because of maybe their own peer pressure. So wanataka tu kujifurahisha, like they want to make themselves happy out there. So when this side chick maybe even gets pregnant, and maybe this man is even somebody who has a position in society, and it's going to negatively affect, you see, him, because who's going maybe, for example, to vote him, and the church, maybe the people who are in the church, they may not go for him because of the way maybe he's misbehaving. He does not portray family values, you get, huh? So that's why they may even send for this girl maybe to get rid of this girl, you get, huh? So that amount, okay, to move out of his way, because maybe it's going to affect him negatively. He doesn't want to paint that bad picture. So the girls also need to be very careful, very careful, even as they make these decisions to date this married man. It may really work against them. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly. Pastor Armando, what do you think about that topic? I mean, that point.
What I can say about that particular point is that whatever is not from God, actually, it is not good, and there's no way it can be able to succeed. Remember, in John 10:10, the Bible says that the devil comes to steal, to kill, then to destroy.
Yes.
So, and for success of a country, it all starts in marriage. When we have a successful marriage, we are going to have a successful family. Then when you have a successful family, we are going to have a healthy community. And if we have a healthy community, we are going to have a healthy nation. So for one of the things that the devil uses to destroy the nation, to destroy the church, to destroy the community and the society, is by stealing the joy in the marriage, by destroying the joy in the marriage, by destroying the happiness in the marriage, because everything starts in the family. You and me and all of us, we belong in a family. So once he has brought that particular evilness in the family, then everything has been destroyed. So it's very, very important for us to be able to understand that just this is a scheme that the enemy is using so that he can be able to destroy. And we are not only talking about that it's only these men who are going for the side chicks or for the mpango, but you also know young ladies who are also looking for these men. One of the things I've realized is that there are these young ladies, once they see a man is married, now they follow him.
Yes.
Because they feel that this man is stable, that this man is responsible, so he can, if this man has taken good care of his family, he can also take good care of my family. So that's the idea that they go with it, which is very, 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 very wrong. And at the end, we are going to destroy ourselves. We are going to see the deaths that are happening. You see, the other day you saw that late lady, the police lady that killed the husband, and later on something happened about her. So this, because of the pain that is being brought in our homes, the pain that is being brought in our house and in our family. So I just want to say it is very, very wrong. And I don't know the intention why, yet God has created for every man there is the rib. Kila mwanaume akona mke wake pahali, kila mwanamke akona mume wake pahali. It's just for you to wait for what belongs to yours and work out your relationship, work out your marriage very, very well. And as Lina said, this habit of that, because my man is doing this, I also let me behave this way. It is not right. Stick to your morals, say the way Njoki have said, stick to your character. As a woman, stick to your character, because at the end, it's the kids who will suffer. Wahali wawili wakipigana ni nyasi umia. Nyasi hapa ni nani? Ni watoto. At the end is the kids who are going to suffer. So we need to understand that it is important for us to live health. I just want to quote something in the Bible, because to bring the idea that even biblically, issues of divorce are not tolerated. I'm going to read a scripture, sorry for that. Matthew chapter 19. starting from verses number 4, the Bible says, and he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he, that is God, who made them at the beginning, made them male and female, and said, for this cause shall a man leave his father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they shall become one flesh.
Yes.
Therefore, they are not two, but one flesh.
Yes.
They said to him, why did Moses then command to give a divorce and put away your wife?
Yes.
Jesus answered, verse 8. He said to them, Moses did this because of the hardness of your hearts, suffered you to put away your wives. But from the beginning, it was not so.
Yes.
In other words, from the start of the world, when God came up with the idea, because marriage comes from God, when God came up with the idea of marriage, it was that the two becomes one and they live together to the end. It is not God's will for divorce to take place. So Jesus is saying Moses allowed divorce because of the hardness of your heart.
Yes.
Because of the evilness of your heart, because of what is happening. But according to God, it is not right for you to separate your wife or for you to divorce your husband. That man, once you got married to him or to her, that is your wife.
Yes.
And the Bible says, let no one put asunder what God has joined. Ampanga wakando should not put aside. No one should put aside what God has joined. You will just get accursed yourself because you want to separate what God has joined. And that's why we see people suffering and even dying because of some funny diseases. Those are curses that are coming out of you trying to destroy what God has brought together. So it's very, very important for both men and women to understand what is marriage, to understand what is family, what it means to be a wife, what it means to be a husband. As a man, when you made that decision to marry this wife, what does it mean for you being a husband? What is your role? What is your responsibility? So that you don't allow any other ideas from the world, any other ideas from the earth, from people to influence and change your direction in life.
Amen.
Thank you.
That makes sense. Wow, thank you very much. Okay, this is for you, Lynn, now. I have seen a lot of marriages suffer, the wife decide to stay in a marriage that is not working because a man has decided to just be all over and everywhere, and the woman decides to just stay. And do you think it's wise for a woman to stay or walk away, even after, let's say they have been together over 20 years, 10 years, they have invested a lot, the woman has not worked, or even they have invested together and now they are in their older age, and then the man is just becoming, irresponsible. He's still responsible. He takes care of his family and everything, but he just decides that he's not going to listen. He's going to do whatever he wishes to do. Do you think it's wise for a woman to stay or just walk away?
It depends. I would say it depends because you may stay if you feel that you're being provided for everything that you need, and mentally you're also stable, meaning that either there is no abuse in this family, the husband is not violent, and you feel emotionally you're okay, and it's not giving you depression, then you would stick if all it points to all the positivity. But on the other hand, I would advise you to leave if at all it's giving you stress, you're getting depressed, if at all the man is abusive or violent, and it may lead to your death. So I'll say that stick if it's positive.
Yes.
Leave if at all it's dangerous for you. Yeah, because somebody who's already bringing someone else, I'm sure they are coupled with maybe violence and amekudharau sana. So definitely it's going to go bad emotionally. You should there is no reason for why you should stick around.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. That makes sense. What about Pastor Armando? What do you think, coming from a pastor and a male perspective, what do you think will eradicate this mpango wa kando kabisa?
I think the solution to mpango wa kando, to eradicate this particular disease or menace that is in our society, is that one of the things, maybe just to go back to what Lynn has talked about issues of maybe separating, you realize the health of someone is very, very important. And you have seen to the end whereby someone died or even lost some parts of his body. I'm reminded of that lady in Ukambani. I don't know if you can remember some few years ago. Alikatwa mikono and everything. Because she wanted to stick to that particular marriage, or she wanted to stick with that particular man. But at the end, you saw what happened to her. So it's very, very important that consider your life. Your life, your security is very, very important. Also, the security of the children, the security of your kids, so that you don't just stick somewhere and at the end you're going to lose your life and things are not going to work well with you, because there are men who have been sent outside there just to destroy. Just like I said, that is the purpose of the devil. And also, we also have on the other side women who are also killing their husbands. It's something that happens all round. But now the solution that I can be able to think about mpango wa kando is just for us. I think the solution only is found in Jesus, because actually you find that education cannot be the solution. We have seen learned people, very educated, but they end up involving themselves with the side chick. So solution is not about education. Solution is about going back to the basic. And the basic is going back to the creator. If my phone or your gadget has a problem, what do you do with it? You don't throw it. You go back to the manufacturer, so that you're able to know, how can I be able to set it correctly? How can I be able to deal with this thing correctly? Okay, you will not just use your own knowledge. So the same way, solution to marriage, solution to family is going back to the creator. And the creator is God. Let's go back to the basic and ask God, what was your purpose for marriage? What was your plan for marriage? What was your intention? So that you can be able to live according to the right intention. And the other thing is that let's mold our society. Let's talk to the younger one. I want to speak to the older women, talk to the younger ladies, the older men, talk to let's have mentorship. Mentors. Today we are living in a world whereby we are all empowering the women. I'm not against that. I'm really supporting. Let's empower women, but at the expense of the men. Who is empowering the boy child?
That's right. I've always asked
you find that
the same question.
This boy child, anakua, but he does not know his right and responsibility. The lady has been empowered, and you want this empowered lady to be married by an empowered man.
That's right.
How will they live together when one is empowered, the other one is not empowered? It cannot be able to work well. So I want to encourage us that it is very, very important for us to go back to the basic, for us to let's mentor our young men, let's mentor our young ladies, let's help them so that they're able to know their duties, so they're able to know their mandates in the society, they're able to understand their responsibility, and things will be able to go on well. But my life is my life, my life is my choice, it's all about me, myself, and I. That's why we are destroying our society. We have accepted the Western culture, and the Western culture is killing and destroying us. Let's go back to the basic, and I want to encourage people, let's go back to Jesus. Jesus is the solution. Jesus is the way. He's the only one who can solve. He's the only one who can change the heart of a man. He's the only one who can change the heart of a woman. As you as a woman, you cannot be able to change your spouse. A man, you cannot be able to change your wife, and the wife cannot be able to change the husband. It's only God who can change that man, who can change that character of that man, who can change the character of your wife, so that they can be able to come back to their senses and know the right thing. And remember, our God is always ready to receive and to accept us. He says, come, let us reason together.
That's right. Amen.
Thank you so much.
Amen. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I love our topic for tonight, and it seems like our time it just flew like that.
Sure.
Let me read one message from here and see what we can, what we may need to. Yeah, one message here from, I see message from Gema Alice. Joking Gasha, we discuss GAF parents. All diaspora parents have right to visit their kids in school Kenya. Oh, thank you. Yes, it's right there. Thank you. Manager, thank you. Because I'm shocked to see principal from Kamba Secondary School. She was very rude to Victoria's Destiny after 7 years from Tacoma, Washington. Go visit her daughter. That principal, she refused to allow her. I feel mad. Finally, mother become crazy. She tried to beg them. Imagine wakakata. Okay, what do you think about that? That is beside our topic for tonight. But what I would say, Gema Alice, I would say that the parents of these kids that are in school, they should visit their kids while they are on vacation, because the program from school is not going to be changed just because that one parent is visiting the schools during the school hours. It is disruptive for the other children that are in the class. It is disruptive to the instructor or the professor that is teaching. They should visit during the vacation time. That is my opinion. What do you guys think? Just because I'm coming from US and I want to go to Kenya and I want to go to their classroom and I want to say I want to see my kid. I mean, do you think that is right?
Okay, I'm a teacher. Okay, from the teacher perspective, every school usually has school rules, and the school rules must apply uniformly to all students for us to have a school that is proper running. So I think again, also we encourage that parents are not away parents because we need them in the daily running of the institution. If it's going to affect, or if the teacher may not really allow the parent to come to class and see, because if at all the policy of the school does not allow, mzazi tafadhali, just try to follow the rules that are set. But if the school administration gives a leeway to allow that, then I think it's okay for the parent, especially if it's been quite some time, and maybe the school administration maybe may allow. If it does not disrupt, if it does not disrupt the normal running of the school, because again, we want the parent to be present. We don't want away parent. That's why we are finding this young generation behaving the way they are behaving. The parents are away.
That's right. Yeah. Is that your program there, Teens Beyond Obstacles?
Yes, actually, in Teens Beyond Obstacles, we really mentor the teenagers, so that at least this generation that is getting lost, pregnancies left, right, and center, drug abuse. Did you know that even children from class 6 are engaging in drugs? So it is so sad, and something really needs to be done. Everybody at their own capacity, so that at least we see whether we can be able to assist this generation. Otherwise, we will have a future. We are not going to have future parents at all.
That's right.
Crazy society a few years to come. We need to get hold of this young generation when it's still early. They say, mti unakunjwa,
kitu
kama hiyo.
You straighten the tree while still just growing. Yes. Wow, thank you guys. Thank you very much. I'm not going to keep you any longer. I know Pastor is preparing to go give the sermon, and I know you are also preparing for the school tomorrow. And I really do appreciate you. Thank you for the nice topic, the debate. I hope we have another time together where we can debate different things. And I appreciate you so much. It was nice meeting you. Nice debate. And I thank Mr. My manager, Mr. Oshuodo. I thank you so much. And let's pray together, work together, and I know we can make a better country.
Thank you for having us. I appreciate it.
God bless you.
Yeah.
My fans,
God
thank
bless
you.
you.
Viewers, thank you. God bless you. All right. Thank you. All right.
Amen.
Okay.